Hello, my Livy loves. This is Dr. V. Welcome to a new Timeless Love Pick a Card reading. And today we are going to be looking at urgent messages that Spirit has for you regarding your love, your twin flame, your soulmate, your beloved. What does Spirit want you to know? What guidance do they have for you as you move forward on this journey? So that's what we're going to be going in deep on today. But before we start, I wanted to share with you guys that today is my birthday. And I am just so happy today. I don't know, I just woke up filled with joy, filled with gratitude. I have so much gratitude in my heart for all of you. Thank you so much for your love, for your support, for your incredible comments, your messages and emails. It means the world to me. Thank you so much to all of my amazing private clients. You guys know who you are. You are the absolute best people in the world that I have the utter privilege of working with. And I am so happy because I feel like I am living truly my purpose in this life and in this world. And thank you so much. And it's because of you that I have the opportunity to do so. So, just wanted to say that I'm so happy that you're here. For all of our new subscribers, welcome. I am Dr. V and I'm so happy to have you here. And this is what we do on this channel. We have a family full of love and support for everyone who is on a journey to either unite or reunite with that special person in your life. Another thing that I want to address, because I, of course, read all of your comments, and something stood out to me because there are a lot of people, and my heart goes out to you guys, who are posting comments saying that, you know, they are exhausted, they've given this love, this connection, everything they've got, and they haven't gotten anything back in return, or, you know, the person that they're in love with is not giving them the attention, the love, the respect that they deserve. They may be running, they may be not ready, they may just be making things very difficult in terms of just not being awakened, and that you are at the end of your rope and you don't want to do this anymore. And I just want to let you know that that is absolutely right. If you feel that you have done everything you possibly could and still the person you love is just not awakened, they are just not in a place in their life where they can receive this connection and they can be your equal partner in this connection, then you have every right to move on. You have every right to give your permission to yourself to not struggle anymore, to not be hurt anymore, and to move on, especially if they have broken your heart. So I just want to make that very clear. We are not here at all from the spirit of saying that you should continue suffering, you should continue holding on, you should, you know, let your heart be broken, or you should let anybody mistreat you. No, this is a space of empowerment, clarity, confidence, living your best life, stepping into your greatness, and from that place attracting the best possible partner that you want and that you deserve to have. So just because you may think somebody is your twin flame, that does not give them the right to mistreat you in any way, to be emotionally abusive or rejecting in any way. There's absolutely no excuse for any of that. That is not why we are here. So please, if you are in that situation, know that it is okay to step away. It is okay to open up your heart and your life to new love. There is nothing wrong with that. Actually, that may just be the most healthy thing that you can do for yourself if you are in that position. Okay, so just wanted to make that clear. One more thing I want to say, and then I'm going to get into your card choices here. So I wanted to also let you know that I am so excited because all of our decks are back in stock and they are all now in boxes. It's so exciting. We've gotten some amazing feedback. You can get all of these at our website, livetarot.com/shop. And of course, the link to that is also in the box below. Now, let's get into your card choices. So let's take a deep breath. I think I need it more than you guys do. Deep breath. And let's see if we can close our eyes, get centered, follow our intuition, see which of these spirit animals, spirit guides that you feel the most attracted to. Now remember, you can choose one, you can choose two, you can choose three, or you can choose all of them and just take whatever messages resonate for you from each pile. Be gentle with yourself. There's no right or wrong answer here. So let's take a look at your choices. Your first choice is the grizzly bear, power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Second one is white stag, protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. So that is your pile number 2. And pile number 3, your spirit guide here is the horse. Freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. That is so beautiful. So go ahead and make your choice, grizzly bear, white stag, or horse, or all 3. And pile number 1, group number 1, we will see you first. Okay, my beautiful group number 1 who chose the grizzly bear as your spirit animal. Here is your reading, and we are going to find out what are urgent messages from spirit for you regarding your love connection, regarding your twin flame, your soulmate, and your love. What are some urgent messages that Spirit wants you to know as you move forward on this journey? So let's take a look here. Move this a bit so you can see all the cards. Okay, so let me take a look here. So we have, starting out here, we have the Two of Swords. We have the King of Swords. Oh, sorry, we have the Knight of Swords. This deck, sometimes I don't know why, I see King instead of Knight because of the KN. But yeah, this deck always does that to me. So sorry, you guys, it's the Knight of Swords. So Two of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so we're getting a lot of mental energy here, a lot of thought energy, along with this beliefs card. And so I feel that one of the things that Spirit wants you to know here is that what would really help you and your love in this connection is that maybe you guys have been a bit too much in your heads. It's like sometimes there's a lot of recurring anxiety, recurring thoughts, like repetitious thoughts and fears and doubts that may be swirling through your head over and over again. And so I'm feeling that one of the main issues that have come up in your connection is definitely the way you each see things, your beliefs, your mindsets, your perspectives. See, similar or clashing belief systems can bring you together or keep you apart. So I feel that in this connection, one of the things that has been a challenge for you guys has been the way you think and the way you process and the conclusions that you come to in life. You know how sometimes a disconnect when we're in love with somebody? Sometimes there's a disconnect in the way they see and process the world versus the way we may see and process the world. And that doesn't mean that we don't deeply love each other. That doesn't mean that we're not deeply connected. Excuse me, guys. It doesn't mean that we don't have a deep connection. It just means that we tend to often look at things and process things a bit differently. So we may have to work a little bit extra hard at our communication, because sometimes what happens is that we may misunderstand each other a little bit easier than maybe other couples do, right? So I feel that in this connection, you guys have to get very, very specific about your communication. Oftentimes you may misunderstand what they are trying to say, and sometimes I feel like you may be triggered by some of the things they say, and vice versa. Like they may not sometimes understand, or they may misinterpret what you say, and then they may be triggered by whatever that is, right? So I feel that that is why maybe you guys have come up against some ups and downs where you have felt misunderstood, they have felt misunderstood. I can feel that there are times where you're like, wait a second, I never meant to, that's not what I said. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it that way. And they were hurt, or they hurt you, and then they're saying things like, no, you totally misunderstood. I think we have a communication issue. I was just trying to help you. I wasn't trying to judge you, but you felt that they were trying to judge you, or you felt that they were being critical of you in some way. So I feel like there is an issue here with some sort of judgment or criticism, where it's like they feel that they're trying to help, but you feel that they are trying to criticize, or they are judging you. And so there's a sensitivity issue where you may feel a bit more sensitive to the things that they say, and vice versa, right? Sometimes they're more sensitive, sometimes you're more sensitive. So I feel like there is definitely been a lot of back and forth. Okay, a lot of back and forth. And because of this, I feel that communication may have broken down many times here. And so what Spirit wants you to know urgently in terms of their message for you is that you guys really have been stuck in a lot of this mental energy, right? You need to step out of whatever it is that is going on in your mind again and again and again, and start opening up your heart space energy. Start listening with your heart. See, listen with your heart. You are listening to what is being said to you, but need to listen with a loving heart. And so this is the issue. You guys have gotten into some sort of a pattern where you are communicating so much from your head, from your mind, from your headspace, and from your beliefs and your perspectives, and you're not opening up the listening portal in a way that opens up the heart, right? When you do listen, you're again listening from the perspective of your ego. You're listening from the perspective of your beliefs and your thought processes and your mind, but you're really not listening to your heart. And so that is Spirit's main guidance for you, is that you need to give up some of these things that you're holding on to, and then you can surrender to success. As in, this connection has incredible potential to be successful. It has incredible potential to be everything you want it to be. But what is lacking here is miscommunication and not truly listening to one another. So surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities, right? So you have to open yourselves, and you have to make the decision. So there's a very important energy coming through here also, is because I feel that in this kind of tug of war, push and pull that you guys have been going through, you may have been a bit wishy-washy in terms of what kinds of decisions do you want to make to make sure that you are successful, to make sure that you are moving forward in this connection. So I feel like the other thing that Spirit is saying here is that you guys have to commit to two things here as a couple. You have to commit to thinking of things in a different way. You can't just keep going on the way that you have been going, because I feel that sometimes what happens here with this Knight of Swords is that you both rush into sharing your thoughts very quickly. And sometimes you may not even have a filter in sharing those thoughts, as in sometimes you say things without thinking them through, and then those things hurt you or hurt your love, and vice versa. And you guys kind of hurt each other. It's almost like you're stabbing each other with these swords. Like, look at all these swords and knives here. You know, I feel like there's something here where maybe you guys have been using your words to kind of nick each other, to kind of stab at each other. To you know, rile the other person up, or get a response or get a reaction. Look at how pointy these knives here are. So I feel like you guys do tend to sometimes use your words to, you know, nick each other, to try to trigger each other, just because you want a response, because you're coming from that mental energy, right? So Spirit is saying it is time for you to both commit to thinking differently. You guys have to stop doing this. You have to at least give yourself some sort of a filter. Don't just rush in quickly and, you know, communicate anything you have to say, because sometimes it is not taken well, right? It's taken more as a judgment or a criticism. And you have to decide as a couple that you are now going to listen with your heart. You both have to make this decision equally. You're going to stop the words that hurt, and you're going to truly listen to each other by opening up your heart space. And when you do this, you are certainly going to surrender to success. The success of this connection is going to come into your experience very, very quickly, because see, here's a specific message from your love. I'm working on myself so I can give you the love and relationship you deserve. So see, and I feel that Spirit is saying that this is something you both need to do. If you both work on yourselves on this aspect of the connection, you will definitely be rewarded. And I'm also feeling a final message here, where I know that going through this process has probably been extremely difficult for you guys. You may be feeling very, very exhausted, right? Mentally exhausted, emotionally exhausted. You may just be feeling spent, like you need a break here because it has been so intense. So look at this. Here's your last special message from Spirit about rewarding yourself. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a consistently high level. Okay, so this is so beautiful, guys. So make sure that you start thinking about how the two of you can listen with your hearts. Open up that heart space energy, shut down a lot of those, you know, processing, too much thinking, too much processing, too much kind of, you know, jumping in with those words and those criticisms, right? Once you do that, things are really going to start flowing beautifully for you. So make sure that you leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this reading. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, the link to that is in the box below, as well as the link to all of the oracle decks that I have created for all of you who are on this journey. So thank you so much for being here. You know how much I love and believe in you. I'll see you all on the next video. Okay, my beautiful ones who chose the white stag, here are your urgent messages from Spirit about your love. What does Spirit want you to know about your love? Wow, okay. Very interesting here. All right, so let's take a look. So what we have here is the King of Swords, the Star card, new partner, forgiveness, observe, and we have the Eight of Wands in reverse with a surrender to silence. Wow. All right. So for some of you, I am feeling a very specific message here coming from Spirit. And this is for those of you who feel that you have given too much to this connection. This is for some of you who feel that you may want to move on because this connection is moving too slow. Okay, so with this Eight of Wands in reverse, you are definitely, I think Spirit knows this, that you have definitely been feeling like it has been too much aggravation, too much pain, too much struggle, that this connection is not moving forward in the way that you want it to. I feel that for many of you, there's a special message here for those of you who are in some form of separation, because I'm getting a lot of separation energy from this reading particularly. So if you are in some form of separation and you are feeling like you just don't know if you can hold on anymore, you don't know if this is ever going to happen, I'm feeling that your person, they are just too much stuck in their own heads. They are definitely coming through in a stuck energy. Okay, they are experiencing a lot of darkness in their life right now. And what's interesting is that they see you as the star in their life. But the problem with the star is, and the star is a very beautiful, very soulful, very passionate, very intimate card, I feel, because it's about beauty and physical passion and intuitive understanding and all of that. But the only downside of the star is that she shines the brightest in the night sky, right? When does her full beauty come out? In the darkness. And so that is where it's like, that's the catch-22, or that's the irony of the star, is that the reason why you shine so bright in your love's mind is because they are in darkness, right? They are going through a very dark time. And this is something that they've been going through for a while now. And I'm feeling that you have really been there for them. You have done everything you possibly can to support them, to help them, to understand them. I also feel that they may have behaved in ways that were not right. They may have ghosted you. They may have just kind of disappeared. They may be in and out. Like, you may hear from them sometimes, but sometimes you don't. I also feel that they have been mysterious. There's some sort of mystery or some sort of secrets that they have been hiding from you. And it doesn't have to be anything like majorly horrible or anything like that, but they may have been hiding certain things that have been going on in their life that they're either too embarrassed or ashamed to admit, or they don't want you to think less of them. Like, they don't want you to see them as weak, or they don't want you to see them as vulnerable. So they're trying to keep up like this tough image that they're all right, everything's great. You know, they just, are going through some things that they need to work on, but they're not telling you. For some of you, they're not telling you what that is. Like, I feel that you have your beliefs, like you have your suspicions, like you may know things that they don't know that you know. So that's another thing I'm getting here. It's like, you know things about them, but they think that you don't know, like you're in the dark, but you do know something. You know something is up. You know something is going on, and you have been feeling very hurt that they haven't opened up to you, that they haven't been able to tell you. And instead of being honest and saying, look, this is what I'm going through, they may have just ghosted you because it's easier not to say anything, right? Than to actually confess, than to actually open up their heart and let you know. And so I feel my heart goes out to all of you in this group, because I feel that this has been extremely painful for you. This time that you've been going through with this energy. Spirit knows this. Spirit understands that you have been going through a very difficult time in this love journey. And so they want you to know that yes, your person is still caught up in their mind. And as much as they appreciate you, as much as they care for you, you don't want to become their crutch, right? Like this star's energy, I feel like the downside of the star's energy is that you can give and give to somebody who is experiencing that kind of darkness, right? You can keep giving until you have nothing left to give, and you still won't get anything in return, or what you'll get is scraps. Like you'll get little things, but it won't be what you deserve. And it won't move forward. The connection will not move forward in the way that you deserve for it to move forward, because they are more focused on themselves, unfortunately, and their own head and what they're going through, rather than being focused on you. Okay, so it's like they have feelings, but look at their specific message to you. I'm confused about what I should do about my feelings for you. So they're still going through confusion. They're still going through some other issues that are drawing them out. Look at this. You have forgiven so much. See, forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. So they have definitely disappointed you. They have definitely made things very difficult for this love to really come through, right? And so the other thing that I'm feeling is that they've also not communicated well with you. So you always feel that they are, again, holding something back. And so Spirit wants you to know that if you have been feeling that it is true. Yes, they are holding something back. Again, it doesn't have to be anything earth-shattering, but there's some sort of a problem here where it's like, why are they not seeing you or treating you like their partner, right? So like, when we go through hard times, what is the first thing that we want to do? When we go through something difficult, when challenges come up, right? We want to talk to our love, our partner in crime, right? That's what we are there for each other for. And so I'm feeling from you guys that there's a definite disappointment here, a definite real sort of pain in the heart, a deep pain in the heart that you feel, because you feel that they have let you down by not coming to you first, by not opening up their heart and not sharing with you what it is that they're going through. And Spirit sees this, and they are saying, yes, you are right. If you feel that your love has shut you out, instead of coming to you, instead of you being the first person that they come to, they have shut you out from those inner parts of their life. Know that, yes, that is true. You are right. Your intuition is correct about that. And so what they've done instead is that they may have stepped away completely. They may have ghosted you. But the thing is, they are still watching you. You are still in their consciousness. You are still in their energy. You are still in their heart. But in a way that it's like a bit, I don't want to say cowardly, but in a way it is, because they don't have the guts to come forward. That's the problem. They don't have the guts to come forward and truly share their innermost thoughts and feelings, their innermost challenges. They don't have the guts. So what they're doing is that they're watching you from afar. They may be, watching your social media. They may be keeping an eye on you through friends or any other way that they can. So it's not like they've completely stepped away either. And that is why we're getting this confusing energy, right? Like they're confused. They're trying to decide. So Spirit is saying they're trying to figure out, should I come back and, come clean? Should I come back and let my love know, okay, this is what happened. This is what's going on with me. I'm so sorry I stepped away. I'm so sorry I ghosted you. but this is what's going on, and this is where I'm at, and it's really difficult for me. I think that's what they're trying to figure out, whether they should do that or not. But the thing is, the question I think Spirit has for you in this is, do you want to wait? Because we don't know how long it may take for them. We don't know how long they're going to step away for, right? Because we're getting this Eight of Wands in reverse, this indicates from Spirit that it may be a slow process. And so I feel that their guidance for you is that, you know, if this person has deeply, deeply hurt you, which I think they have, then practice forgiveness. And you may want to surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. And so I think what Spirit is trying to say here in terms of the urgent messages that they have for you is, you know, you may want to ask yourself in silence, in meditation or prayer or whatever it is that you do, when you access your own self-care, when you access your own spirit, you may want to ask yourself, how long are you willing to wait for this person? And if you don't feel that you want to wait for them anymore, it is absolutely okay for you to decide that you want to open up your heart space to a new partner. Look at this. A chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. So group 2, my beautiful, beautiful ones, I really feel that you have been through a lot of pain and struggle in this connection. And if you are considering what your next step should be, because you feel that this connection is going nowhere and you haven't been treated the way that you deserve to be treated, then I do feel that Spirit is saying that if you are ready, if and when you are ready, there may be somebody new, somebody wonderful coming into your life. And, you know, do not close your eyes to that possibility. Look around for those synchronicities. You know, a chance meeting is no mistake, okay? So you may, without even realizing it, without even looking for it, meet somebody new. Wow. Okay, so that is definitely there as a possibility. But I do feel that Spirit's final message for you here is, you know, it's time for you to think about how much longer you want to wait for this, and to really have the faith that if you are ready to walk away from this connection, if you are ready to say, you know what, I'm just done because I can't waste my life anymore, I can't waste my time anymore, then have faith that they have somebody better waiting for you, which I think is absolutely beautiful. So make sure that you leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this reading. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, the link to that is in the box below, as well as the link to all of these oracle decks that I've created for all of you who are on this journey. So you know how much I love and believe in you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all on the next video. Hello, my beautiful loves who chose the horse. Welcome to your reading. We are going to take a look at what urgent messages Spirit has for you about your love connection, your twin flame or soulmate. What does Spirit, wow, ho, amazing. What does Spirit want you to know? This is beautiful. Wow, beautiful. All right, so let's see. What we have here for your tarot is the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Pentacles, beautiful, and the Four of Wands, lovely, lovely energy here, along with memories, acceptance, be authentic to who you are, and surrender comparisons. Wow. Okay, so what I'm feeling from here is Spirit wants you to know, first of all, that there is a shift coming in your karmic cycle between you and your love. There is definitely movement coming. So here's the thing. I feel that for many of you, you have been very patiently waiting for this situation, whatever it is, to resolve itself. I feel that you have been, a bit up and down struggle here. I feel that you guys have been going through some sort of obstacles, some sort of, roadblocks for a while, but you have kept the faith. You have kept the faith going. You have tried to be very accepting of whatever the situation is. You've tried to keep your vibration high. But for some of you, you have been in some form of separation, kind of off and on. You may feel that you've had to step back, they've had to step back. There's been maybe a bit of drama going on, a bit of these ups and downs, but there's something here over time that you guys have built up that is very solid. And that is what keeps you both coming back to each other. No matter what the roadblocks have been, no matter what the ups and downs have been, you guys have created some beautiful memories together. You've shared some beautiful moments. And that connection, that shared history has really kept you in a place of optimism, as in both of you, no matter what the issues have been, you have held on to the good memories. You have held on to all of the good, beautiful, deep moments that you have shared, knowing that they are bound to return. Okay. So Spirit wants you to know that whatever memories you have, like whatever beautiful moments that you hold on to, so does your love, right? They share that. There is an equal energy here. But the thing is that there has definitely been some sort of a catch-up situation where it's like you were very awakened to this connection from the beginning. You knew when you met, and as you got to know each other, you knew that this was different, that this was it for you, that this was the new beginning that you have always wanted, that this is the person that you want to create a life with this Ace of Pentacles. And the thing is, they felt it too, but I think it took them a little bit longer to come to that realization, because I feel that there were things that went on with whatever the obstacles were that really challenged your person to expand in ways that they were not used to just yet. And so there's a bit of a lag time where you were much more awakened and open to the expansion that came from the connection, and they were a little bit resistant to that. It's almost like they were like they want to expand, but they come to it kind of kicking and screaming like, oh, this is really challenging because look at this specific message from your love. I hid my true self from you because you challenged me to expand. So definitely there was a bit of a lag period where some of the things that may have come up between the two of you were more difficult for your love to deal with than they were for you. And I do think that there's a bit of an immaturity there as well, right? Like your love is still maturing into this connection. They are still growing and expanding into the connection. And so, but you know what? I don't feel that they're that far behind you. I don't think that you are so far ahead that they can't even catch up. I think that they are close, but they definitely have had a bit more resistance than you have. And so that's definitely kind of, I think, slowed down whatever great changes were coming from this Wheel of Fortune. But you know what? It's okay. It's all good because it's going in the right direction. That is what Spirit wants you to know, because look at this beautiful Four of Wands. I love this. So Spirit wants you to know that despite whatever these challenges have been, both of you share the same desire to come together, because what a beautiful connection here with the Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this tells me that you two definitely want to get married. And if it's not marriage, it is definitely commitment, right? Like you want to live together under the same roof You want to build a life together. You want to be in the same place. You want to be able to wake up next to each other. You want to maybe start a family, or if you if you've already had a family in the past, you want to join your families together. That's something that's also very important to you. For those of you who, maybe coming into a second relationship from a past one where you already have kids. So I'm feeling that there is a very deep desire here for you to join your lives together. And not just in that wishful thinking way, or not just in that dream-like state, or an emotional feeling. This is a desire that is very grounded in reality, and both of you want to work towards, how can we make this happen? Okay, how can we live under the same roof? If we do have kids from previous relationships, how can we also bring that together in a way where everybody is unified and everybody is happy? And so that is why both of you are definitely looking towards something shifting here. Okay, I feel that you've been struggling to make this happen, but there is a major shift that is coming with this Wheel of Fortune. I love the fact that you got this, because it tells us that things are definitely going to turn in your favor. So if you've been going through a rough patch where you feel like, almost like there have been times where you may have felt hopeless, like, okay, this is never going to happen, maybe we should just call it quits, maybe it's better to just walk away. I'm feeling that you guys are going to get over that. You're going to get over that, because you know that beneath all of that, you have a very strong foundation. So sometimes when things get really tough, it's easy to say, oh yeah, I'm going to throw in the towel. I'm just going to, it's just not working. We've tried this for too long. But I do feel that you may say that, but you don't mean it. Neither of you means that. So I think what Spirit wants you to know, what's going to really help the two of you make this a reality, really come into that Ace of Pentacles and have a new beginning, is going to be these two things. So surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourselves. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. Okay, so it's so easy to compare ourselves with other people. I mean, this is natural for all human beings. Whenever we see other people who seem to be making it work, other couples with kids, couples with no kids, couples, any kind of couples, it's so easy to say, wow, why is it so easy for them, and why do we have to struggle? But I think it's important for us to constantly remind ourselves that nobody's life is all peachy. Nobody's life is all rainbows and unicorns, no matter what they want you to think, no matter what they post on Instagram, we all have our journey. Every couple, every twin flame, every soulmate, we all go through ups and downs. And so there is no reason to ever compare our experience, because our experience is our own. It is our special journey, and we're all in different places. So if you feel that you've been feeling down from comparing yourselves, both of you, to other people who seem to be able to move forward and make it work, or who are already married and already, have moved on to that next step while you guys are still trying, it's okay. Okay, there's no timeline. Spirit is saying there's no timeline that is there that you have to meet, right? You go on your own journey in your own way, on your own timeline, and it's okay. Okay, it's all right. Be authentic to who you are. You are asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. So when you're really authentic to who you both are, what your specific needs are, what you want to do with your life, what is your vision, what is the vision that you have together for building this life together, that is what's going to move you forward, not comparing yourself or comparing somebody else's timeline, right, to yours, right? So I feel that Spirit is saying here that it's really, really important for you guys to fully accept wherever you are right now. Fully accept any of the ups and downs that you've had. It's absolutely fine. Why? Because ultimately you have the same vision. You want the same things. And so it really doesn't matter how long it's taken, because you're still on the right track. Look at this, acceptance. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. So what a beautiful parting message here from Spirit, saying that you guys, you just continue doing what you're doing. Practice more acceptance of one another. Definitely seek that expansion. Be more forgiving. Be authentic. And you are definitely on the right track. And whatever obstacles that have been coming are literally going to subside soon. You are entering a new karmic cycle here. You're going to find things much easier than they were before. Things are going to flow much, much easier for you guys, and you're going to find yourselves starting this new life together sooner than you think. Okay, so I am so excited for you guys. I think that's fantastic. So make sure you leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this reading. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, the link to that is in the box below, as well as the link to all of these oracle decks that I've created for all of you who are on this journey to love. So you know how much I love and believe you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all on the next video.